What's up, everybody? I'm Mckenty. This is my second channel, and this is your home for my Twitch highlights and my podcast. So if you like this and you want to see more of that and you want to join the live streams, there's a link to that in the description of this video. And with that out of the way, let's get into it. Let's start with a little bit of news because there's some good stuff. So the first thing, you guys remember Buckcherry? The 2000s like butt rock, the 2000s butt rock party band. They have that song. Mama, can you win? Mama, can you win? I love that cocaine. I love that cocaine. What's another one? Crazy. Hey, yo, crazy bitch, but you're so good. I'm on top of it. Apparently, Josh from Buckcherry thinks Minor Threat should get back together, and he thinks he should take Ian MacKaye's place. This is from my friends at Metal Injection. If you guys want, you know, rock and metal news and stuff, I recommend that site. Metal Injection and Metal Sucks are my friends. I think they do a great job. So Minor Threat is a seminal hardcore band out of Washington, D.C., who are most famous for being the band to start the straight edge movement. For anybody who doesn't know, so there's a question in the chat, what is straight edge? Straight edge means that you don't drink or smoke, do any kind of drugs or anything like that. For some people, it also means that you don't have like promiscuous sex. A lot of straight edge people are vegan, but that's not necessarily, or vegetarian. That's not really required, but it's common. But that is what he's talking about when he says straight edge. Buckcherry is most famous for the song when Josh Todd goes, "I'm on a plane with and yes, I'm all lit up again." Does he say lit up again? I hope so. Yes, I'm all lit up again. Flying. I love that But it turns out that Todd was a huge Minor Threat fan growing up, and the 1983 Minor Threat album Out of Step had a huge influence on him. Todd tells Classic Rock magazine, "I was 15 and I felt like an outcast." By the way, can we talk about how Minor Threat and Buckcherry are now material to be covered in Classic Rock magazine? That alone is a little bit terrifying. It makes me feel old. But he says, "I was 15 and I felt like an outcast. I was dealing with a lot of dysfunction in my personal life at the time, a lot of adversity at home. I couldn't trust the men in my life. There was a lot of anger inside me, so I spent all my time at the record store. I had a crazy independent punk rock collection, and Minor Threat's Out of Step was one of them." Todd still rocks some Minor Threat from time to time and revealed that he even reached out to Minor Threat's Brian Baker to offer his vocal services should Minor Threat frontman Ian MacKaye not want to do it, saying, "Hey man, if you ever want to do a Minor Threat tour and Ian doesn't want to do it, I'll shave my head and we'll fucking do it." Todd reveals that Baker just laughed it off. I mean, we would too. Amazing. I mean, what more can we say than that? I want this to happen just because this is one of those moments where, you know, you feel like this simulation is glitching. I mean, it's like for example, when Donald Trump became the president was one of those moments where like, oh, I didn't think that would actually happen. I would say anything's fair game at this point. So who knows? By the way, I think it's interesting that he reached out to Brian Baker. So Brian Baker played guitar in Minor Threat. He's in Bad Religion. He was in Dag Nasty. One of the most influential people in punk with a very underrated resume. I mean, the guy played guitar in fucking Minor Threat, Bad Religion, Dag Nasty, but the band that a lot of people don't know about is Junkyard, which was the band he was in, I think after Dag Nasty. This is like in the mid 80s, his like glam metal band, and they were pretty good. You know, so it might seem weird that the guy from Buckcherry is reaching out to Brian Baker, but after you watch this video, I think you will understand why it might make sense that they know each other. I actually like this band. I mean, they're corny, but I actually like them. This is Hollywood by Junkyard. Hell yeah, brother. There we go. I like that. The glam move where they all like get around the mic like and sing into it together. There we go. There's Brian Baker. You can see how actually it kind of makes sense. Like you could totally imagine Buckcherry playing with this band, right? So it's not as weird as it might seem. She really loves it when I eat her ass 'cause I got